Hey guys, the Young Gooner here. My third vid. I know I haven't done any vids in a while. I've got exams coming up pretty soon, so I haven't really been concentrating on football that much. Not to mention, season's more or less over now, and we're not really playing for anything. If you watched the Blackburn match, you'd have realised that. So really, until pre-season, it's more or less transfer rumours, any signings, and I'll be talking about the World Cup as well. But I thought I would start with, probably the last loan roundup of the season now. Most of the players coming back, apart from Jack Wilshere at Bolton, I think. And he's the one I was starting with actually. Only player we've got in the Prem out on loan is Jack. He played 90 minutes for Bolton. They lost 1-0 to Tottenham, but they were unlucky. And Jack started. They played for him in midfield. I think it was a diamond. He played at the front of the diamond, and he rolled past Huddleston and Modric and set up Taylor, but Taylor didn't score. But no, best chance of the match, and he set it up. And he's been pretty good. He's playing at a high level with Bolton, but no, he's been pretty good for them. So that looks like a successful loan spell. And the Championship, got quite a few to do here. Gilles Sanu, he got injured, so he came back to Arsenal halfway through last week. So he'll be disappointed not to play in the final game of the season for Derby. But he still has. Yeah, he had a decent loan spell. I mean, not spectacular, but it's experience, and experience is what matters. Kyle Bartley started at right back actually for Sheffield. He put in a decent shift. He was pretty strong. He usually plays at centre back, but he coped with it well. It was a strong performance. They won 3-0, and the word is he could be spending the whole of next season on loan at Sheffield United. Wenger said he just needs a bit more time on loan before he sees himself pushing for a first team place. Jay Simpson started up front and played 90 minutes for QPR. They lost 1-0 to Newcastle, but Simpson has failed to make an impact. I mean, he's had good stages this season, and he's had stages like this, and he's just been in poor form recently. He could still find himself playing for Arsenal, but needs to be more consistent. And he's another one. He's had a decent loan spell. He's had good patches. He's had poor patches, but overall, not too bad. J. Emmanuel Thomas, he's shown real class at Doncaster. He always shows class at some point in a match. I think it's more how consistent he is in the match rather than over a longer period of time. And he started up front for Doncaster, and he played 76 minutes I think before coming off, and they drew. But no, he's had a pretty good loan spell, I'd say. He just needs to learn to be a bit more consistent in the matches. And Lansbury, obviously at Watford, I think he's had a pretty good, playing at Watford. He's playing in the Championship. He's playing teams like Newcastle, so it's decent experience. It's good experience for Lansbury as well, because he's very much a first teamer for them. And he's been given a bit of a free role. He knows his way around the club, around the team. And he got their second goal in their 4-0 win, only a minute after the first actually. He drilled it low and hard into the bottom corner from just inside the box, and he's had a pretty good loan spell, and he's impressed quite a bit. And we could see him next season. We could see him trying to get into the squad. Obviously, central midfield, and this is something I'm going to talk about more in the closed season. Central midfield is hard for anyone to break into at Arsenal, because especially with that attacking kind of player as well. Creative midfielders, we've got enough of them as it is. But in League One, Szczesny played the full game. Obviously, he's a keeper. They don't usually come off. But he conceded 3 as Brentford lost 3-2 to Swindon. He'll be disappointed with that. But he's had an amazing loan spell. And when he looks back at it, fantastic. I mean, I can't really say I can't really give it enough credit. He's been absolutely immense for them, and yeah, if he ends up playing for us like he did for them. I know it's at a higher level, but if he does, then I'm pretty sure we'll all be delighted. Sanchez Watt played 17 minutes for Leeds. It was 0-0 at the time. He came on and yeah, you know, he injected a lot of pace and energy into it. You know, they could go a bit more direct, and he was running at people, getting balls in the box. And I mean, he hasn't been there that long, but yeah, good loan spell for him, I think. Leeds, you know, good team to play for. There aren't many better teams in League One, even though they've kind of dropped recently. Mark Randall and Gavin Hoyt, they're at MK Dons and Brighton respectively. They played each other. Sorry, they both played the 90 minutes, but it was a scrappy 0-0 draw. Neither of them really impressed. Neither of them were playing for that much, to be honest. And Luke Ayling, well, he came on in injury time for Yeovil, and he dropped into midfield, but not really much to talk about there. Elsewhere, Harvard Nordtveit, talk about him a lot. He played 90 minutes for Nuremberg. They were beaten 4-0 by Hamburg, but to be fair, you know, Nordtveit was marking Petric and then Van Nistelrooy, so yeah, he was probably a bit poor, but you know, if he ends up playing for Arsenal, you know, he'll have maybe better quality defenders around him. And Pedro played 61 minutes for Celta Vigo. He's come back into the team. After that, he looked a bit tired, and I think the manager decided to take him off, give him a rest. But of those two, Pedro, I mean, I don't really know that much about Pedro. I'm told he'll be kind of alright-ish. I'm told Nordtveit is really the one to look at, and from what I've seen, that seems about right. And you know, I think he's played a season in the Bundesliga, you know, and that's a good league to play in. For a defender especially, so no, I think that's an important one for him. And he said, you know, I think he'll be taken over from Silvestre. I think he'll be there in the order of centre backs, so he'll be a backup. You know, we could see him in the FA Cup, and yeah, he's definitely one to watch. And speaking for 7 minutes already. Okay, what else have I got to talk about? The under-18 semi-final for the playoff semi-final thing is at we're playing away to Manchester United on Friday, and then if we win that, the final will be against either Leicester City or Nottingham Forest. I mean, there's not that much to talk about there. Could see a few of those loanees playing in that maybe. A lot of transfer rumours going around, a crazy amount. Mamadou Sakho is a centre-back for PSG, 20 years old, one we were reported interested in. His agent said, nope, he's not going to Arsenal. If he's going anywhere, he's going to the Bundesliga. Goal.com has said that Wenger signed a new contract till 2013, increase in salary, and if he has, then fair enough. I mean, I for one am pleased. I know there's a few haters out there, but you know, I don't see who we're going to get that's better than Arsene Wenger, and I think the fact that he's staying would tie down players like Fabregas and RVP, who are here because of him. Caught Offside say we're going to spend £15 million on Pazzini. I've forgotten who he plays for, but it's a team in Serie A. He seems decent, but I don't know the authenticity of that, because with Schumacher coming in already, I'm not sure how much unless he sells one of the wide players, someone like Rosicky maybe. I'm not sure how true that is. The Sun says Buffon is eyeing an Arsenal deal. I'm not even going to talk about the Sun. The Guardian say Joe Hart is set to be our number one. We've heard that a few times now. I'm not sure about that though, to be honest. And Shamak has said, well, I think he said it in a press conference, he's basically moving here now. I've said it a few times. It's all but confirmed, really. It's all but official, rather. Campbell says he's ready for a World Cup call-up if he gets one. Do you guys think he deserves one? Personally, I think he deserves one. I think actually the two best English centre-backs at the moment are Ledley King and Sol Campbell. So just got to make sure we only play one match a week and we'll win the World Cup. That's all I have to say right now, mainly because I'm out of time. But thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, share your views definitely, and also rate, subscribe and share. Right, thanks for your time, guys. Bye.